So the question was, are we going to have anti-piracy? And no, we're not afraid of pirates. We think that people who like the game will buy the game. It will be up on Steam, but that's it. So nothing like that.
Cool.
And hopefully we're right. And then also, I think we need to address where we are.
Yep.
Is a very special place. We're not really planning on being here today. This is the kitchen of Paradox CEO Fredrik Wester that we're streaming from. This is due to the Paradox office having a DNS problem today. So just like 2 hours, that's why we're a little bit late. 2 hours ago, we got to know that we're not going to be able to stream from the office, and we need to bring everything over here to set up and stream. That's why we were a little bit late.
Yep.
Because 10 minutes ago, or 10 minutes before 8, we didn't have internet yet. So we're a little bit stressed out. It's fine now. We're up. We're rolling. And we can
I had to
answer your
take.
questions.
Yeah.
Our streamer Matt is feeling okay now, and we're really happy about.
And I had to run twice to the office to pick up like keyboards and wires, and yeah, awesome.
It was just horrible. But now we're here. So this is the kitchen. If you ever wondered how the kitchen of a CEO looks, now you know.
Like this.
And we have the banners here. We took down. There was a big picture here, but
no, he always have the banners.
no, but there was like painting stuff going. So we're gonna have a look if there's any more questions. Do we have any more questions, Matt? It's coming in from the audience.
Let's see here. The people that have bought it, like, what can they expect in the near future?
The people who bought it, hopefully, like I said, we can't give any promises until we know how good it won. But if it takes on, we really want to add more. We really want to build. This is to us. It's just hopefully just the beginning of a journey of adding stuff and making it even better. And just bringing both new content and then both stabilizing, balancing, and making sure all issues are gone from the game that people are having, if they have any.
And this won't be. We won't abandon it right away if it's not a success. We will actually support it.
Yeah, so
for quite a while.
On supporting that, so, and then to us,
and that's
really important.
Something we can promise.
Good. So that's he is the producer Paradox. So those kind of promises I can't really make, but he can make them. I'm really happy.
I will take the
full responsibility of that. That now promised that we've gone out live to the internet and said, but yes, that's what we want to do. Of course, we want to support it. So can you start up the game again? And this time, are we going to have a look at another game mode? This time we're going to have a look at Sabotage, which is a bit special, but we really like it. So let's have a look.
And
are we good? You have to move the...
Can you...
So...
I think you need to close the game when we
Yeah.
open it. Let's take a look at the camera a little bit longer.
So... having some technical difficulties, we're moving on. I'm going to look at the question while they're fixing stuff.
Try it now.
So let's see what people are saying on the interwebs. Not much. Not much at all. That is in question. Yeah, we will see the game. No worries. We're going back to it.
So yeah, we are having problems.
So
okay.
Someone asked, what's the point of the DLC so early? To us, it's because we're releasing the game really, really cheaply, and it costs money to develop games, and developers need to eat too.
Robin, by the way, let's go to Team Deathmatch right now because...
Awesome. Then we're going into Team Deathmatch. So yeah, that's why we have one...
Team Deathmatch number 2, I think. It's almost full. Oh, right.
So now we're in Team Deathmatch, and we're choosing one of the pre-made contracts. We have Alberto, we have Grace, Hellfire Kelly, and we have Cleburne to choose from. Why don't you go for like a support class, and we'll go
Alberto,
into the game.
the builder. They are basically 4 different classes: infiltration, assault. No, that's infiltration. Ordnance, and engineer. And we will go with Alberto, the builder.
So we're in the game, and so team deathmatch is pretty simple. You will spawn in, you will on somewhere on the map, and you will fight with your team to kill the other team as many times as possible before the time goes out. You can see up in the top that the time and that it's left, and you can also see uh, how many kills the both teams have. And you're always the blue team, which is maybe a little bit weird for a lot of people in the beginning. And your friends always are yellow, you're always blue, and you're always fighting for the blue team no matter which side you're on. So enemies are always red, keeping it simple. And so team deathmatch is, you try and you don't get kills from killing enemy robots. You only get kills from killing the commanders. So the game is the idea of the setting of the story for Starvoid is actually that you're out there in space, and they have this thing called Starvoid. It's just like a name that they use. It's actually not the real name for the resource, but it's like the common tongue. They say Starvoid, and that is the resource they use for space travel, far distances or teleportation. And this is far out in the galaxy where they're mining it, and there's really no law. So this is kind of like a line like the kind of like the
Wild
West,
yeah.
and so it's space cowboys basically. And so big corporations who want to mine the Starvoid, they're hiring mercenaries to fight over it. And you are one of those mercenaries, and you teleport down from your ship, and then you have these cubes that you can see on the front box of the cover of the game that they throw out, almost like Pokeballs, where you teleport in these units that you have that are supplied by the different companies. And you can read about it if you read the small flavor text if you go into the shop. And so these mercenaries are all fighting on these different planets to get these resources. And in team deathmatch, I don't really think there's a reason. They're just fighting because it's fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's a
Mayhem.
fun mode. It's a fun. If you don't want to think much, you just want to go in and kill stuff. You will respawn instantly, and there's a lot of action, and that's what we like. It's simple. It's not like you need to prepare yourself to go into team deathmatch. It's more like you're in.
How much micro is there involved?
So I got a question. How much micro is there involved? I would say there's a lot of micro involved, but as you are limited to a certain amount of units, it's not that horrible. But there are a lot of units has abilities, but that's also the thing. You don't need to focus on anything but the battle. So it's actually it feels a lot better or easier than a lot of other strategy games. And we took the idea actually from one of our favorite RTSs. Me and the lead designer Rasmus was Company of Heroes, and at the beginning of the game, it's really fun. We think when you just have like a squad or a few units that you can actually manage. So we kept to that idea and built the game around having a squad, a few things that you can use so it doesn't overwhelm you. So it's at a place where you can actually still manage, and you don't have to be a Korean to play.
I will switch to one of the DLC guys now, John Fox.
John Fox, awesome new character.
I haven't played this one much, so this will be interesting. As you can see, he's a dual-wielded
So
pistol
we had
guy.
a question: how does the economy work? The economy is quite there's simple. You have an energy bar that is actually instant, that goes up when you spawn a unit. You can see down, it goes down yellow. Now the blue's got up before you can spawn new units. You have a pop cap on how many units you can spawn, and you'll have to retract the unit to be able to get some new ones out if your pop cap is full. Then you have something called scrap metal or bounty, which you get from killing units and commanders, and you can use that as to use your abilities. And that is actually zeroed every time you die. and then basically the other resources you have are your HP and the units that will when they die, they will have a countdown before you can spawn them again. So it's just enter the action. No need to wait long to be able to play. So this is going well for you, Stefan. Can you talk a little bit of what you're trying to do? Because I have no idea.
Right now I'm trying to gather spoilers. No, bounty, which is the resource down here below. And you use this resource to use special abilities like the Void Storm I am having here. This is a really powerful ability, so it requires quite a lot, and I'm dying too much to get enough.
Yeah, you're not good enough to really do this, are you?
Yeah, no. And I'm not good at talking and playing at the same time, but
so
I'm trying.
So some people are saying it seems laggy online. It all depends on which server you choose. I've seen it and what computer you have. We're having really no trouble with the lag, and also you have to think about that we're streaming this from normal internet, not really at a best place to play. Because we're not only playing, we're also streaming all of this live to you guys and getting it back and doing a lot of stuff. And also you have to think about if you're using, when you go into the servers, look at the ping and choose servers that are close to you. We have US servers, and we also have servers in Europe, so go to servers that are close to you. Don't choose European servers if you're American, then might actually give you quite some lag.
Tell them that we'll have TLO playing on these servers. Tell them that we'll have the little one playing StarCraft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you can hear me, it's the producer here. It looks like we're going to be having a really big StarCraft player trying to game out soon.
TLO?
TLO,
yeah.
Play with him soon as well, so...
Okay, that's really cool. TLO.
So all the way from Korea, TLO will be joining the servers soon.
Not in this session, but...
Not in this session,
yeah,
but on the servers to try the game out. That's pretty cool.
When is this, Matt?
Yes,
soon.
we said
Soon.
We said TLO. And so we had the question, what are the system requirements? If you go on to Steam, look at the buying page, you will find out. I promise you, just scroll down and it will say that. That's the awesome thing with buy pages. If they don't have that, please scream in the chat so I know, so we fix that. But it should be up.
And yeah, this, as you probably have noticed, every unit has their own abilities. Like this artillery unit, it has the missile barrage. So once you click that, you can choose where you want a cool artillery burst, as you can see there.
Yeah, and those abilities are all brought. Some abilities are for the unit, and some abilities are for the weapon. So in this case, if you would change the weapon on this tank that he was using, it will get another ability. So you can actually change weapons on a lot of units, and that will give them different ways to fight and different abilities. It's also that you can add some extra abilities to units. So for example, they had the repair ability on the tanks, and that means that it cannot fire and it needs to be stationary, but it can repair itself, which is a really cool ability. This is also true for the commanders. You can actually change if you want to have a ranged or a melee commander on the same commander guy. So, and that will also give you a certain ability. And you can also change, if some commanders can have teleport, and then you can change that to something else, maybe another kind of ability, depending on what kind of gear you put on the commander. So there's a lot of speccing and a lot of customizations to work with there. So, and also you can see that there's these icons on the top of the head of everything, and those actually indicate what kind of unit it is and what kind of damage type it has. And it's very good to look at those, because if it's a rocket, for example, in the middle of the star, that means that it's anti-tank. If it depending on, you can see that there's a certain kind of star for commander, and there's also other kinds of symbols that show you which kind of unit type. So if it's a light unit type or a heavy unit type, and that will give you direction of what kind of abilities or what kind of damage types you want to bring. So it's not just throwing damage out there. You also have to think about what kind of things you want to bring to the battlefield with your commander. If you want to be very specialized in fighting some kind of units and some kind of tech, or if you want to have a more average kind of build where you can fight basically everything but are not so good at it. And you can also team up with your friends and basically specialize on different things and then work together. And it really works well if you work together in this game to kind of specialize on different things to do. And I'm now looking if there's more questions. Someone's saying, is this game free to play? It's not free to play. It's $9.99, which I think is a reasonable sum for this game. So I think someone answered it later in the chat too. And we really hope that all you people also think that's reasonable for a game. $9.99. It's not that bad.
What's he saying?
No, they're just basically saying that because it looks like free to play, so the graphics looks like free to play, so it needs to be free to play. I like those comments.
Okay.
Obviously not free to play, but it's okay anyway. I think you'll realize if you play the game, you'll enjoy it and feel that you get your values worth. Lol. I'll swear to that or something. It's when.
It's fun to jump in.
Yeah. And it's very easy and fun to jump in and have fun with the game. So, and also I think there's still. No, it's just closed. Steam gifts for the game where we actually gave away 1,000 keys right now, like an hour ago, on Steam gifts to the community to get a chance to jump in, join the servers, and fill out our launch day to have a lot of players for people to play with. And so we can see here that there's a lot of things going on. Are we able to move on to sabotage? Because I think a lot of people getting team deathmatch by now.
Let's have. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll go for a quick commercial, and then we'll be back with sabotage, which is a really cool mood.